I'm Barbara Borck-Hart, and once again, you're in my studio, and thank you for coming. I've just finished the second of two floral paintings, and I'm going to start a third one. And I figured I would give you an introduction to what I want to do. I've painted flowers for a very long time. Before that, I painted dancers. And I am currently in a dance class, which gets me very excited and makes me feel filled with joy. And I wanted to get that feeling across on a canvas. So I'm going to invite you to come with me. I'm going to photograph a little bit of the dance class so you can see what it feels like. It's not necessarily a traditional dance class, or maybe it is, depending on where you're coming from. But it's something that excites me. So if you can see the class, and then I'm going to start painting in the studio, I figured that would be interesting. So it's sort of like a field trip. We're going on a field trip to a dance class to see what gets me motivated, what gets me excited, what makes me want to paint, so that I can share it with you. Hope you have a good time, and that's what we're going to do next. Okay, we are at Sound Minded Body. That's the studio where I take the dance class, and we're going to go in and see what it's like. Glad you're with me. This is the first of the field trip series. I'm going into class, Sound Minded Body. Hello, it's Barbara Borck-Hart, and we're back again. This is my third painting that I'm doing with you, the audience watching. And obviously it's different than the other two. The first two were garden scenes. This one is a dance sequence taken from a dance class. Remember I talked about going out on a field trip where you visit a class that I'm actually participating in. It's a dance class. We are not professionals. We're regular people dancing because it makes us feel good. And I wanted to convey that sense of joy that I get when I'm dancing to you. So, this is what started with the painting. Basically, it is started differently than the other two. Again, I'm working on linen, and it's oil on linen. Now, the figures I have suggested with a real quick line, what's actually called a gesture, where they are and what's going on. You can see that it's on an angle, and the people are moving off that way into space. They're moving all different ways, you know, going in that direction. So you get this line of figures up and down vertically, heading off that way, and then you get a light change coming in this way. The light source is out there. So we're going to see how these two meet in the middle, where you have this tension, and you're going to get all the activity and the happiness from the feeling of the dance. So I hope you stay with me and watch what's going to happen today. Thanks for viewing. Now I've worked on this a little more, and what you can see is the light and dark pattern starting to emerge. It's obviously brighter over here, where everybody's reaching out that way, coming across. So I've tried to block in the negative spaces. The negative spaces are the spaces where there isn't anything that you can touch. It's the space between objects that helps you define the object. There's a figure here. Here's the back of the figure, here's the front of the figure, here's a mirror going across. So what you're getting are reflections and the actual figure, which is here, which is going to be here. And you're starting to feel more energy, and I'm trying to figure out the energy between the figures, like how they connect with what's going on in here. See this line going down in here, how this arm going up, is pushing into this arm, going back. So you get this tension between these two people. Same thing with this arm going around this way, and this one pulling up that way. So you get the tension going all the way through the body. Same thing over here. This is leaning out that way, coming right across into here. So I'm going to be working on the energy between the dancers next. So you get this rhythm. It will take you across the page. Okay, stay with me. This is the end of the second day. You can see I've been working on the figures. One figure over here was confusing, so I got rid of it. This is the reflection over here of this dancer and this dancer. This is another dancer who looks sort of headless at the moment, but her head will appear. She's worked on. I've rearranged her legs, I've moved her arms around, and here's her reflection over in here. Here's another dancer here. There's another one pulling up in the back. There's another one over here. So basically, I have the figures a little bit more defined. They'll still move. They'll still rearrange themselves, and they'll still sort of bounce off each other. You can see what's happening here with her arms going straight out, going right into the knees of this dancer, which gives you a tension line between the two dancers. The same thing is going up in here, between the bottom of her foot into this foot. She's kicking out this way. This dancer is on her toes, leaning back. So it's starting to get interesting now. And I have suggested the negative spaces, that's the space between the subjects here, that make a shape all by themselves. I've suggested it. It's going to change a little. Something's still not right over here, but it's better than it was. So we keep moving it around until it feels better, and then you get this energy flowing across the page. So stay tuned, and we'll get to work tomorrow.